And if you are needing or you're seeking advice from the doc or Mr. Angry Guy, whatever your heart, let me drop into the box of TikToks and get rocks, cause it pop will keep me going when I'm dying to stop. And if you're trying to bind and divide, and you find that the lines are always moving and they're hard to define, you put the herb in the bomb, I put the words in the song. You put your hand on your heart, you feel that murder is wrong, and there ain't reason to argue with any of these facts. And while we're on the topic, I'll just say that Nazis are whack.
A harmless hip-hop song. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining us once again. Come on in, you're just in time for another exciting edition of Getting Guy with the Angry Guy. I, of course, am your host, Angry Allen, also known as Dr. Cobblepot. This is my video weblog that I started in 2015 when I moved from Massachusetts to Arizona. To keep in touch with the people back home, let them know I'm doing okay, give them a chance to get out with me once in a while, and keep everyone abreast of the situation as I want to do. Now, all kidding aside, I had a very, very serious consideration to just start this whole thing off on a very somber and solemn, serious note because of everything that's going on in our country and the world. But I got to keep it light, man, because I had a day today where I've been engaging in the social medias. You know, I haven't been to a protest or anything. I'm planning to go to an event tomorrow I thought was going to be a protest, but it's not. But, you know, I'm essential, so, like, I don't have a lot of time off on my hands to protest the obvious wrongs that are built into this country's infrastructure. So that said, today specifically, I dropped the charade, and so this is one of those episodes of Getting High with the Angry Guy where it's a political tirade nobody asked for. I've done a few, and I mean, these days everybody's doing political tirades that you didn't ask for, right? Right. So anyway, I have a super radical platform which has been two pillars during the first 8 or 9 days of the protests and everything. Like, I hold a very low bar for decent humanity, and they are these two following things thusly. Murder is wrong. Like, as in, are you really arguing with me on any level that it is okay to murder somebody? No one said defending yourself. No one said that. Murder. We all know what murder is. We saw in this video what murder was. And George Floyd was murdered by the police. That's what I'm referring to. And our country has been in turmoil. The terrible, seething emotions just below the surface have exploded like a volcano. Like a volcano that's also going to explode, the super volcano underneath Yellowstone. So that's cool. Project Bluebeam, guys, there are bigger things at stake here. So murder is wrong. Black Lives Matter. Now, that's already, I'm already getting controversy just with this simple idea. And from my perspective, because that's what this is. This is legit. This is my platform. I get to fucking say whatever I want. And also, it's a convenient way to have a record of events, such as what I'm going to talk about today. So you probably already know, single person watching this, Aaron or Dick Lane, seeing the shit going down on the fucking Facebook today. So the second pillar, Black Lives Matter. This is like so fundamentally basic to me. From my perspective, we grew up in a post-civil rights era where that's already in the history books, and we learned about Martin Luther King and, to a lesser extent, Malcolm X and other leaders of minority communities who, you know, as an adult, like these things, you tend to just kind of absorb it along the way. If you keep your fucking eyes and ears open, you learn things, and that's what, like, life is, and it's pretty cool. But hey, whatever. So murder is wrong. Black Lives Matter, because people get it twisted, and they think that when you say Black Lives Matter, you're saying all these other words that are not in those three words. They think that you're saying that white lives don't matter, most specifically, or that white lives matter less than black lives, which is anyway. I'm moving on because it's so fundamental. It's so fundamental that you should just be able to say it because we can all acknowledge these basic facts. Murder is wrong. Black lives matter. Pillar number 3, which I didn't. I was pretty happy with my 2-pillar system, you guys, because it's fairly cut and dry. But unfortunately, due to recent events that have happened to me on social media, I've come to the conclusion that there's a 3rd pillar, and that pillar is Nazis are bad, which turned out to be so controversial. By far, the most controversial engagement on a thread. Now, there's a caveat. I didn't just say Nazis are bad. I fucked up. I fucked up by not considering a few things here. I've been listening to a lot of fucking stuff, man, and I lean liberal, and I don't buy into really the 2-party system very much at all. But I'm sick to death of equality being associated with fascism and Nazism instead of the other way around, where that's why I said this thing. So the thing I said on Facebook was, context for history. The president designated a non-existent group, or tried to designate a non-existent political activity group known as Antifa as a terrorist organization. And he couldn't for various reasons, but it made the news. And the way that this president governs and leads his followers, it's just by like fucking saying shit out loud, man, and letting shit happen. So it's not the most ideal situation. And I fail to recognize how weaponized the term Antifa has become. That is the statement that I was trying to make, but I did not realize it had gone this far. So I posted, I have my phone right here, but I don't really want to read my phone out loud to everybody. I'm going to put links in the description, because like I said, this is also for the record, just in case stuff happens, because I'm a little shook because today was crazy. I'm not overly concerned, but certainly more than the 0% concerned I was this morning. Okay. So I posted a status to the effect of like, as president and founder and CEO, janitor, scapegoat. I also put fucking scapegoat in here. Proud scapegoat of the very real Antifa, something like that. Antifa, though. I said I'm the president and founder, the janitor, and the scapegoat for Antifa. And that wasn't the end of it. I also posted in that I'm against fascism because fascism is bad, and that Nazis are bad. And so standing against fascism shouldn't be bad. This is a radical stance that I'm taking. So that's true. I was met with some pretty strong backlash. Needless to say, I probably wouldn't be doing this impromptu, getting by with the angry guy where I'm not even getting by because I'm in my house. But like, I got by outside before I came inside, and it's hot outside. The situation's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So, immediately someone, and I'm doing the links, so it's like, it's a little weird, but you shouldn't be saying fighting in this way. I'm not embarrassed to have my name on this argument here because I am continuously saying Nazis are bad murder is wrong, Black Lives Matter. That's it. I don't get into a lot of conjecture with these statements or arguments, and that's by design. That was the 2-pillar technique, and that was the 3-pillar technique. Dude. So, yeah, a bunch of people threatening me and being like, "You're on the list. You're marked." So this is the record of me saying what you heard at the top of the program was the hit single "You Can't Rap" off the forthcoming Young Clean Sun EP this year from Angry Allen. And I got upcoming projects. You know what I'm saying? I have a positive outlook for the future. I'm going to a positivity event on Saturday. It's not a protest, and I am going because I want to celebrate positivity. It's important. But it's also important to acknowledge the current, present threat of Nazis in America. So this dude private messaged me when things were getting real hot. He started private messaging me, and I put these on the thread too because I care not for this man's privacy at this point because it's a very hot situation. And I ask him, he tells me to pull the thread to take my post down. You know what I mean? If I'm not, because I told him I'm not the leader of Antifa. Antifa doesn't exist, et cetera, et cetera. And Nazis are bad. Murder is wrong, like I'm saying. And eventually, in this direct message thread, I ask him, like, so if I bend to your terrorist threat of imminent danger to me and my family, and in exchange for me pulling your post, the post that's upsetting you, I'm no longer in physical danger. And like, I think maybe that's what it took to click that, like, I was being terrorized. You guys. So I asked him, literally with those words, like, if I submit to this terrorist demand, or I said literally right now, but an expression of the ilk of, if I submit to this terrorist demand, will my family be safe? And this motherfucker is like, none of these people would ever hurt you unless you were hurting them. And I'm like, well, yeah, man, I'm not fucking hurting anybody. I'm saying Nazis are bad. Like, you, how does this shit get so twisted? How do we get so twisted? I posted some shit yesterday. It wasn't this far, but I have dropped the Nazi word on Facebook yesterday. It was very exciting. And I got a dude that I work with, and I definitely caught some side eye today. And it's like, motherfucker, I said to my good homie one time, Aaron Hinken, in the Wild Side thread there, also because we all can see him, like, as far as hills to die on go, like, yeah, death by Nazi in America in 2020. Like, that's what we're talking about right now. So for the record, I have no intention of shooting myself in the back of the head twice, or I'm a capable swimmer. I am in peak physical performance once again, hovering around the 2 Hondo mark, which is good for me. That's like, pre-high school, or at least para-high school. Meta high school? I don't know, man, but whatever. So, guys, I'm not any kind of leader or person of interest or persuader or whatever you call those people on the social medias. Like, this is my personal journal and a way for me to keep in touch with people back home. Like, I don't get it twisted. Like, I don't think that I'm moving mountains here, but I wanted to take this time, get high with you guys one time, because I got high just now. So that's off the list, just in case. This is a just in case thing. Just in case. Love everybody. Hoo boy. This is This is an important thing. I'm not gonna back down on being anti-Nazis. This dude asked me to switch sides, and I had to respond, "No thanks. I do not want to be a Nazi. I don't like them," or something like that. And it's like, is it clicking that I'm talking about? I'm anti-Nazi, anti-fascism, anti-police shooting people in the face with tear gas guns and stuff like that. And you can be those things. Um, you can accept that murder is wrong and that Black Lives Matter and that Nazis are bad. Like, none of those things are mutually exclusive. They all coexist, they continue to exist. I had some discussions with family members on Facebook, which is no surprise after 2016 and everything that went down during the election season. Can you imagine where we'd be if things had gone a little differently in 2016? In really any direction. Would we be anywhere near this spot? Nah. But anyway, guys, just wanted to say that one more time for the record. Check out You Can't Rap 2020, the new hit single by Angry Allen, right here at Tales from Outside YouTube. And I have no intention of harming myself or anybody else. I'm going to a peaceful thing tomorrow where we are celebrating life. This has been another exciting installment of everybody's favorite YouTube sensation, Getting By with the Angry Guy. I will always be the angry guy, and you can continue to come back and get high with me. For the record, I'll be back. Woo! Also, I legit became a little nervous about coming out to wrestling during this conversation I had, which is very, very sad. So I just want, also for the record, I'm still going to do my limited engagement wrestling gigs. I'm not hunting anybody. I don't challenge anybody to come for me. Nazis are bad, though. And murder is wrong. And Black Lives Matter. Bernie Sanders should have been president. There, I said it. I wish I knew it was going to ask me that second question before I started picking my nose.